Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and today
An update of one of my most popular videos, and that is how to hang ribbon on your Christmas tree. So a lot of people think that this is super complicated or hard, and it is actually so simple. So that is one of my most popular videos. I don't love the quality of it, so I wanted to do a quick update including a couple extra ways you can use ribbon on your Christmas tree and just show you guys how simple this is. Ribbon is the easiest way to transform your Christmas tree at an affordable cost. You can change only your ribbon every year and give your Christmas tree a completely different look using all the other things that you've used in the past. So that's why I love using ribbon on Christmas trees. It's the easiest, most effective way to have a beautiful, stunning, design-worthy Christmas tree. So let's get started. I'm going to show you quite a few different ways that you can use ribbon on your Christmas tree.
Okay, let's get started. For some of the designs, you're going to want to use pieces of ribbon that are 12 to 16 inches long.
And for some, you're going to want to use one long piece. So go ahead and watch all the options and decide which one you want for your tree, and then decide how you're going to cut your ribbon. Another thing, if you're wanting to use ribbon on your Christmas tree, I always recommend using a wired ribbon. That's what gives the ribbon the ability to stretch and move, and you be able to design it into a bunch of different ways. So make sure when you're picking out your ribbon for your tree that you get a wired ribbon. I'm using this red ribbon today so that you can really see what I'm doing against the tree. Okay, I got this ribbon at Michael's, and I will link everything down below, and it just says it's a wired ribbon, and this is a 2.5 inch size. And this is just a red ribbon with like a glitter edge. All the stores will have tons of wired ribbon options in their Christmas section, so there'll be tons for you to choose from. That's really all you need to look for. And you can get them in lots of different sizes too. This is a thicker version. You can get thinner depending on what look you're going for. Okay, so I am going to start with my favorite ribbon look. I have used this on my tree the last couple years just because I've fallen in love with it. I think it adds a lot of texture to your tree. It looks really beautiful, and it looks very high design, and it is so simple to do, and that is the ribbon twist. So all you do is you wrap the ribbon around your hand like this, and it forms a circle, and then you pull it apart until you have a curl. And then you just tuck one end of the curl in one part of your tree and the other in another. So I should have mentioned it's a lot easier to use ribbon like this in a fake tree because you can use the wired branches to hold your ribbon and mold them around the ribbon, but you can still do this with a real tree. You just have to tuck them in very well. All right, let's do that one again. So just wrap and get your sphere. Okay, you just wrap, get that curl going, and then pull apart. And you can keep it as tight or as loose as you want for the curl. And you can definitely use a longer piece for this to create a really large curl. And then you're just going to tuck it in. And then find another place to tuck it in. And there you go. So I am going to show you some close-ups of this, and I'm also going to show you some close-ups from my tree last year where I layered 2 ribbons in the curl. I love the effect. I think it's so beautiful, and it's a really cool idea if you want to use 2 different types of ribbon, use different textures, colors, things like that. You can always layer for a different look.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing.
I'm going to call this next design the Waterfall Effect.
I'm not sure what else to call it. This is a popular way that people like to put ribbon on their Christmas tree. And for this one, you're going to use one long piece until you get to the end of your tree, and then you're going to need another long piece. For this look, you're probably going to need significantly more ribbon than some of the other looks. Most of the looks, one thing of ribbon is probably enough. For this one, I'm going to assume you're going to need at least 2. So for this one, I'm going to get my step stool, and I'm going to start at the top of the tree, which is what you're going to want to do for this look. Okay, so I just have my ribbon on the roll, and I'm just going to start from the top And I'm going to pick a place up here to tuck it. And then I'm going to create a bubble. And I just like lightly tucked that, but I will go back and tuck it in. And then you create another bubble. And again, you would go in and tuck that. And then you go down. And create more bubbles all the way down the tree. Like so. Rest this on my step stool. Okay, I'm gonna go back and kind of tuck these in.
Dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before as they walk.
And you can honestly make these as large or small as you want. And once you kind of tucked them, you can kind of pull and adjust them. Okay, so as you can see, that creates kind of a waterfall look all the way down your tree. And I started here in the front, and then I would put another one on this side, another one on this side. And if you decorate the back of your tree, then you would put one on the back of your tree in the same kind of middle section. So I like this one. This is really cool. You've probably seen it on a lot of trees. I like it because it creates some outward dimension from your tree, which gives it a little bit of a different look. And I feel like this is a big statement, especially if you use something like a red ribbon. Also, it's possible that this might be the easiest way to get a huge ribbon effect on your tree and not have to do individual ribbons. So this is just like one long strip and you're done.
The next ribbon option that I'm going to show you, I like to call the bow.
This one is so simple, and I like to use these as fillers at the end of decorating my tree. And so it's so simple. You're just gonna take your long piece. This one's probably like 18 inches. And you're going to find the mid piece, and you're just gonna create two like bunny ears almost. See? And now from the front, it looks like a giant bow. And so I just take that from the back, kind of bunch it up together, and I just tuck it into the tree like that. So again, that's one of my favorites because it is so simple and it's great. A lot of times I will use a different type of ribbon, and then I will use this one at the very end to fill in all the kind of blank spots. I love that. And you can also do this where you use a different color ribbon for your bows and then another color ribbon for your standard ribbon. And then that gives you some more color and design on your tree. Okay, so this piece is a tiny bit smaller. I'm just gonna do the same thing. 2 loops. Then I'm just going to bunch it up in the back, and I'm gonna tuck it in the tree. And then I'm just going to kind of expand it and make it look like a bow, get it how I like it. And there you go, that's the bow ribbon.
While we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a merry.
This next option is going to be the garland style for ribbon, and there are 2 different ways that you can style this one.
And that you are just going to take, honestly for this one you can use varied sizes and it can give it a really nice effect. So this is a little bit longer piece, but for this one you're quite literally going to wrap it around your tree in pieces like a garland. So you're not going to do anything to the ribbon, you're just going to take one side, find a place to tuck it, and then find another place to tuck it, and there you go. So with this look, you can have all the ribbons running one way for a traditional garland look, or you can have them running in a bunch of different directions for a more textured look. So for example, you could take another piece and basically take it close to this piece and run it the opposite way. And then you could do it again. Like right here. So here you can just run them in opposite directions down the whole tree. And like I said, you can use different sizes, so you can have longer pieces and shorter pieces.
Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing.
The other way would be, like I said, to run them all in the same direction, so it looks like you wrapped it around the entire tree. So you're just gonna tuck it, and now you see it gives the illusion that you wrapped it around the whole tree.
Tracing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe while Santa's busy.
Okay, now there you have 5 easy ways to hang ribbon on your Christmas tree. Now I want to show you how you can combine them.
I know I mentioned this a little earlier, how I like to use one style of ribbon plus the ribbon bows, but there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate, either using 2 different styles of ribbon, 2 different types of ribbon hanging, or layering your ribbons. So I want to show you all of those really quickly, and then I'm going to show you a recap of all of the ribbons and what they look like, okay?
And ho, 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 we're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day.
Here I've put together a combination of the bow ribbons and the traditional garland going at a slant.
That's a really good combination, and I think it would be even better if you used 2 different types of ribbon, one for the garland and one for the bows. You could make either one your statement color and then the other one a accent color. So that's one way to do it. Last year on my Christmas tree, I did the bows in one color, and then I layered a red and white ribbon and a, I think it was a mesh ribbon, and I did the curls in between. So this is what I did on my tree last year. I did the bows and then I did the curls in between. I loved using the curls, especially with 2 layered ribbons. It gave the tree such a good look. Another thing that you could do is, when I showed you the traditional garland look for the ribbon, is using multiple ribbons and make them each go in their own direction. So using red ribbon and having all, it's a little bit long. So using a red ribbon and having them all go this way, and then coming in with an imaginary different color ribbon and having them run the opposite way, which is a great way to add a bunch of different colors and patterns. And again, ribbon is the cheapest way to make your tree look fabulous. So investing in a couple different ribbons can give your tree such a different look for a very small price. All right, let's go ahead and look at each of the ribbons. I'm gonna go ahead and put them all on the tree so you can see what they all look like differently. And I'm gonna give you a peek. Here is a quick look at the tree. I put a couple of the different ribbons on here just so you could see. This is the waterfall where it's one long piece going all the way down. This is the individual garlands, and I used this. I put them going different directions on this one so you can see what that would look like. Over here I have the bows. I have a couple of the long curls. So this one is probably 18 inches and this one's probably like 2 feet. So you can see the different lengths.
And those are all the ribbon styles I have for you right now. Now I'm going to show you a couple pictures of my tree from last year. I'm still deciding what the theme for this year's tree is, but stay tuned for more Christmas related videos and decorate with me. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.